we got we get a couple of weeks later, we get to the grand final of the GUKPT. There's 273 runners, and we win it again. For the second time, it's just eclipsed your biggest score, 188,000. So you become the only two-time grand final winner. But that really wasn't the talking point for us or the stream as it was, because on the bubble, there was a three-way all-in, including yourself. We've got the aces, the kings, and then there's somebody sat there with pocket queens.
Yeah.
Was and I think we spoke briefly about it, but you didn't hesitate.
What the call?
It was like, well, I've got queens.
Yeah, it was. I remember that Dan that was sitting to the left of me shoved on me a few times, and I found the queens. He shoved, so I was like, I thought I was loving it, and then they found a jam behind, and I remember, I think Dan shove was for a over 20 bigs, and I just put. He could easily have had like a lower pair than me, jacks, tens, nines, maybe. Obviously ace king, and then the shove behind, and it wasn't for my whole stack. And I'd have just been gutted if they both turned over ace king or jacks and ace king. So I just took the punt, flicked it in, and fancied it.
Well, that was obviously the turn. And when we clipped it out, and we clip a few clips out during the week, but that went berserk. And I mean, it just went like that. The people that watched it, viewed it, the clip. It was just such an insane, and especially with it being on the bubble as well. Did you just like think, oh well, that's what it is. It's just poker.
Yeah. I should have taken. Yeah, maybe I should have taken a bit more time thinking about it being on the direct bubble. But it just at the time it felt like the right call to make. And like I said, it wasn't. Obviously, it crippled me if I lose, but I wasn't out of the tournament. I could still make it into the money quite comfortably. I think, even if I lost that hand. So, yeah, I went with the ladies.
and then the final itself was over relatively quickly, wasn't it? Especially for a grand final, it was like bump, 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 off you go kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that was. I think I busted everyone but one player on the final. Just ran lovely, like just finding hands when people are shoved into me, and that was just run insane, that final table. And then that big hand against Antoine Suit, I tried putting him in a tough spot, and he found the call with nines, didn't he? And I had the queen eight of clubs, and just hit a dream flop, and I think it was dream turn as well.
It was a cracking final, but like you say, not only did you win two, but the call with the queens on the bubble, it just honestly, it just went insane for us. We snipped that one out, and people were watching about it, talking about it, and it was just phenomenal. It was a cracking end to 2019, but you started straight away. A good start of the year, another deep run at the Dustledome. You finished fifth out of 1,030 for 36,000 in the millions minute. That was 150k up top. Did you think? Did you bust in fifth? Did you ever think I can win this one and this is mine?
Yeah, I was another one where I was absolutely gutted to bust that. I was chipped up as well. I think I was chip leader with 5 left and managed to bust fifth, but I lost a big pot to Nicola. I think the bloke who went on to win it, where he slow played aces in the big blind, and I think I had ace 9 and it come down 9 high, and he check shoves the flop, I think. And it's just one of those where you couldn't get away from it. And yeah, he had the ace in, and that knocked me down to like 20, 30 bigs, and I don't think I could win a pot. Didn't really win a hand after that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a bad start to 2020. Yeah. A week later, we go down to London for the GUKPT, the mini main, the win again. 511 entries. You won it for 39. Is the Vic the best place in the world to play poker?
Yeah, obviously I've got good memories from the Vic, but it's it's a nice little place to play, and that was another fun tournament. That was I remember play. I don't think it finished till about 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was really late. I remember PK telling us it was like ridiculously late, but when we get a win,
you are.
I said when we get a win, we don't mind losing on sleep. Do we?
Exactly. Yeah, a real lot. I remember it being quite a long slog. Heads up, kept on making him shorter. Then he had double through, and then making him shorter. Yeah, went through the stage where I was almost falling asleep, and then obviously when it was morning, woke up again, and just about managed to close it out.
Yeah. Well, you had a couple of days sleep, and then we played the main. 379 entries in the main, because the cracking fields down there, they really are in the poker room. The numbers are super. Another interview and another second place interview. Just missing out on the record-breaking 4th GUKPT main event. Did this one get away from you, or was you quite happy with the second?
I was happy with the second. It was one of those tournaments where I was just sort of laddering for a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So I put my phone on charge, just running out of battery. I was sort of just like laddering my way up, really, and like I normally do, found a couple of nice spots, nice hands at the right time, and I think I won a flip against Paul Siddle, I think his name is.
Yeah.
I won a flip against him, and managed to get heads up against Artan. He's a fun player to play with.
That wasn't a bad week in London. The mini main win and then a GUKPT main second. But the very next week in Manchester, you run deep yet again. A field of 317, and you finished second yet again. Yeah. And I know you don't like talking to me when we get second, but this run, and I think we said at the time, this run, we could do interviews for second as long as we carry on talking, because you were just on fire.
I know. And Manchester, I really wasn't happy with the way I was playing. But, like I always say, just found some nice hands at the right time. I remember on the feature table, I found aces versus nines all in pre.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of day 2, Ryan Mandara 4-bet shoved into me with King Queen, and I had Ace King. That held, and then when I've got a few chips, it's even though I didn't feel overly confident with the way I was playing, I just applied pressure at the right times, I feel like, and the final table went. It took a while for a few people to bust, I think. Then.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And it was managed to get through that tough little.
I think we played 8-handed for about 2.5 hours, and then we lost 2 or 3 straight away, and then it locked up again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's It was. I remember thinking like everyone was winning the all-ins, weren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
On the last cards or whatever, and I remember thinking. It's got it in the stars that I'm going to bust 8 for. I was thinking all these people like doubling out on the river or whatever. I was thinking it's written in the stars that I'm going to bust 8 for, and I'd have been gutted because I think that was the first tournament with the online sportsbook where you could back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
back up the win. And
They've always got to back them.
A couple of people said they'd back me, so I was